This game was really important for our program simply because we've lost a few games here lately. We were on the road at VCU, on the road at St. Joe's, two terrific teams, but the type of teams that we're preparing to compete with, and we didn't compete with those two teams the last two games. So for our team to respond, play so well, and when I say play well, we forced 17 turnovers, we had 9 steals, and we only turned it over 5 times. Really proud of our team's effort. Antwoine played terrific. It's the best I've ever seen him play, probably the best he's ever played in his life, and we need him on the court. He's very important to our team.
Coach, you mentioned just the 5 turnovers, and one of the things, even when your team was winning, you said we still have to improve our value for the ball. Is this the most you saw the team value the basketball?
Absolutely, and it needs to get better. And it's been a major point in practice, and it will be a major point over the next 3-4 days. We've got to be much better at taking care of the ball. What have we improved this year as a program when we talk about being an improved team? First of all, our defense is competitive. We shoot the ball well. Our value is not there yet. So it's something that we're going to work on continually, and we're going to get better.
What did you think of the response of your team after the 2 tough games on the road to come back here and play the way defensively as you did tonight?
Yeah, and so we got back to being a defensive team, meaning the last 2 teams have scored at will. We held George Mason to 62 points, and more importantly, I think we turned them over continually. So we did a lot of good things defensively today.
Antwoine, you were thrown into the starting role when Joe goes down, and you played well starting and played better than you had coming off the bench, obviously with the increased minutes. But even with him back in the lineup tonight, you had your best game as a Ram. What was your mindset like coming in, knowing that he was going to be on the floor with you for the first time in a while, but that you were still going to be asked to do a lot tonight?
One thing Joe said to me before the game, he just said, make sure that we keep our defensive mentality and then just let the offense come to us. Like he said, we were struggling a little bit defensively, but in practice he's really been stressing us to get our identity back.
Does the defense, the way you guys as a team played defense tonight, fuel you offensively? Because you only missed 1 shot tonight, and 9 of 10. It was a tremendous performance. Did the defense fuel your personal offense?
Yeah, it starts on the defensive end. Once you get energy, deflecting balls, getting steals, it just helps out the offense. We get easy buckets in transition, and it just really helped me out. It gets me hyped.
And even at the very end of the game, you look so confident taking that 3 in the last possession. How confident of a shooter are you right now?
Very confident.
Coach, with there were points in the game today where the team's poise would have been tested, such as the shot clock malfunction in the first half. George Mason chipping away at you guys in the second half. Speak on where you feel your team is right now with regards to your poise as you continue to grow.
Yeah, still improving, and you're right. I was actually really pleased with how our team played with that buzzer going off. I was concerned that we could be affected at that point, but John made a great drive and got to the rim. Mandel made a 3, and then by the time it was fixed, we had a lead, so I was pleased with that. The other things that happened, Chris Zengfelder was limping up and down the court tonight. He had a banged-up hip, and he played 35 minutes. It was terrific. Mandel ripped one of his shoes while he was playing, so we had to play through that. So these aren't excuses, but they were things that our team overcame, as you mentioned, and so these are good signs for our program.
What did you think of Shartooni's first game back?
Well, he really helps our team. So I don't think that Joe played particularly well, and he knows that. But having him on the court makes us better. And so, we got to get him back into game rhythm where he doesn't go 1 for 8 from the field, but we'll get him there.
Passed up a couple shots he probably would have taken before he was hurt. And he was making nice passes, but we'd rather see him taking those shots knowing that he's going to get back to 100%.
Yeah, I trust our guys to know when they're open and to figure out which ones they like. And so Joe, he certainly will play better. We want him shooting the ball, but obviously 5 assists, 1 turnover, he helped us in other ways.
Antwoine, starting for the first time before this, did you learn anything about yourself and your game having to be the primary point guard coming into today?
Yes, I learned a lot. Basically just trying to keep everybody positive. That's a big thing, and just being the leader on the court.